give us a speech today, how to photograph people who don't want to be photographed.
Yeah. That's it. It's just a little thing from the marketing and communication. And sometimes these meetings we have a group of people, so it turns into a conversation. And today we've got we've got Jason in Singapore, and we've got Maxime joining us from Poitiers as well, near Paris. So yeah, I'm gonna start in a moment. Let's go. So these meetings, what we try to do, if someone's sending me a message, is that we also record them so that we can push them onto YouTube or other places. So we've been working quite hard about looking at websites and communication and ways people use social media as well. And often for accounting and audit firms, the pictures are fairly bad. I don't know if you, when your experience of looking at websites, we often scroll very quickly. And then when we get to some information we like, we think, okay, I like that information. We scroll again. And then sometimes if we see the person who's giving the information, then we click, we go, oh, that's very good. We use this, thought process when we were looking for a new provider to create a website. And we decided that every time we looked at their website, we would scroll, and then we would click when we got a good picture. We got poopy. So we were thinking that this is maybe a way that people react to social media. Hello, Bupe. So I can't move my slides. I just wonder, a little moment for you who have joined us, Bupe, Jason, I know you can't speak, but you can text in the box if you like. Do you have any embarrassing photos of yourself on your website? Like on your company website or on your company LinkedIn or WeChat? Are you happy with the photo you have? Or is it very old or a very bad picture? We got a message from Tomas in Spain who says he thinks the photograph that he has on LinkedIn was taken by a BlackBerry. And I don't know if you're all too young to know what a BlackBerry is, but it must mean it's Tomas from 1992, perhaps. Maggie, how about photos of you? Do you like the photos you have of yourself in your communications?
Yeah, as for Chinese CPA firms, I don't think they have many photos of the auditors or partners on their website. They are not good at this. Yes, the photos are not professional enough to put on a website. You should put more time to make some professional photographers to do this.
That's a good advice. Yeah. So there's a lack of photos, and often what we look for when we're looking at potential member firms or suppliers, we really like to see the people, but we're really hesitant to do it. You're quite right. So also we see a lot of people using like stock photos like this one. And I think that's maybe even slightly worse than using a real photo because it doesn't look very real. I don't know if you have some of these, or even when things look very fake, it's very difficult to use the photo as well. Hi, Maxime, good to see you. So we've had some ideas for taking pictures, and sometimes if you take pictures of people when they're actually doing something, the photos can be very good. Maggie, I remember we've got some really good photos of you with Mikhail when you were giving us a tour in your offices because you were in action and you were doing the photo. Also, I think it's always really good to show people whose photo you take so that they can choose which one they use, so that they have a photo that they really like of themselves. And also using real moments is very good, and shooting a lot of photos so you can choose the best one is often a really good idea. And also choosing a really nice background is also very important because it can put the people at ease. So I just wanted to show you one of the TGS brochures from the past with photographs that I really liked because these were taken during a conference and they're really real. So this picture of France, yes, he looks great, yeah? So it's a real photo and it shows who we are. It's the TGS and the company, and I'm in it, but it's just the back of my head. So I'm happy with it. And then these photos, obviously a professional photographer, it's very joyful. Everybody's in the photograph, and we see that it's the company that we're with. It's another photo, that's Sylvia, and Olivier from Belgium. So that's a really good photo as well, because as well, it's in action and it's very clear. And you see, it could be a stock photo, but it's a real photo and they're really talking to each other. And there's Jens in the background. This is more posed. I don't know, they're still quite good photos, but it's very clear, it's very bright. And also when you've got people like Perumi, some people are very natural at being able to pose. So they pose and it's great, but not everybody can do that. You've got to be a real professional model to be able to have those kind of photos. Hi, Karen. Don't worry, Karen. Hi, nice to have you with us. We were just, you just missed a bit where we're sharing embarrassing photos that we have of ourselves on our LinkedIn posts and social media. And Tomas had said in the comments that his photo was taken with a BlackBerry, which is quite impressive. So I'm going to go back and have a look at that when we're finished. No photos on that. So now we were talking about how the background in a photo can do a lot of the work sometimes. And if you put someone in a really nice background, the photo can be really good. This one, again, this is like, it's a real photo. So it's a reel from one of our conferences in Madrid. But again, Ana Maria was very good at posing. So it's not like all of the ones. So she can look at the camera and it's no problem. Karen, we were saying before that it's often good to have pictures of people when they're doing something, when they're in action, rather than having them posed. I mean, this is a different sort of photo, again. And then we could have stopped there. I wanted to give you the example that yesterday, during Tuesday, we were out, we were in Paris, so we were out for lunch, and we had the experiment to try and take some good photos of us so that we could share it on social media. And we took lots of photos which are unusable, just one after the other when we're not very good at it. So eventually we decided we'd go for a nice location and try and take a photo. And one of the photos we thought was pretty good because we were not looking at the camera, but we were in action. So this is Maxime, who's on the call, our intern, and neither him nor me are really comfortable about getting our photograph taken. But Sophie was taking the pictures, and she caught us when we were talking, and I think it looks really natural. Maxime, do you like the photo of yourself, or?
Yeah, it looks good. We took a lot of photos. Sorry, I didn't present myself, but yeah, it was great. We took a lot of photos there. It was a great moment that we share with Sophie as well.
Yeah. So we used this one, and then we even thought that because we're in Paris, it would be a bit more chic even to make it black and white and a bit of high contrast so that it looked like it was a magazine photo. And this was just a lunchtime. And in fact, the conversation we were having, we're talking about the conference. So I managed to write a little article about the experience. And we just thought, it looks just like a Vogue magazine, like double page spread. And we thought that was just a photograph from the day when we're in action, showing the team in action. So it's like trying to collect images that show the quality rather than posing. So we were happy with that. And we're quite happy we caught Maxime because he's a non-social media sort of person. But I've managed to ask him if we could use the photo because I think it's really great and really quite a nice one to put on the social media. So we were, Karen, sorry, if you we're thinking as well that maybe hesitancy of accounting and auditors getting their photograph taken is the fear of being visible, maybe more than like not having their photo taken. Because, and I'm sure, I mean, Karen, like focus on you because I know you're considering your website at the moment, and that always has considerations of photographs in it.
Yeah, this is really at the forefront of my mind at the moment. And actually, I've got a meeting with our brand designers today. Because obviously we're going to refresh the website. We stuck with the same imagery for quite a long time, and we need to kind of refresh and change it up. And it's quite interesting, this topic, because I was contacted yesterday by the Sunday Times photo editor. We're potentially featuring in the Sunday Times in May, and they want us to supply some photographs, and they've got some quite good guidance on there about what they want. They don't like the staged photographs. They don't like too many people in the photograph. So he's saying 1, 2, or 3 people maximum. If you have too many people in an image, you can't, there's no kind of focus, and it doesn't transfer very well in newsprint. And they want pictures of people, so that image of you two working together there that you just shared, that's exactly what they like. They want to see you at work or see you doing an activity, and it very natural. And if you can get some branding into the photograph, then that'd be great. So actually we're all going out on our litter pick on Monday, so I'm going to run out and get our hi-vis jackets, our hi-vis vest branded up with our logo, because I know it doesn't currently have our logo on it. So I thought, well, Sunday Times has said, ideally have some branding in the picture. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite interesting. They like the natural kind of less staged photos.
We love that too, and I think it's difficult, isn't it? But I would be really happy to have a look at those guidelines for photos, because
I'll share them with you.
that's wonderful. And I think that we had in mind as well was that because there's like Jens and Edlund and partners, they have business events a lot of the time. So they have a lot of great photos. I mean, this is not our society pages. It's just like an idea that I was thinking one of our newsletters every couple of months or something, if we can collect together pictures from the members from the events they've been to, it might be a really nice way to have really natural pictures. And it's quite easy to make them all coherent if they're black and white, just like this, and it's just a page and people can read who's that. That's interesting, just to show the humanness. And I think that it goes along with your idea about like being in action rather than superposed, because it's not easy to do. And that was it. For us, I just, and Karen, you've already shared a lot of ideas, but Maggie, Poupée, and Maxime, I don't know if you had any more ideas about how we could have really nice photos on our communication. I think that I just go back to this slide. Karen, you missed it, and there's a website I'll share, was that we were looking for help in some sort of media recently. So we were evaluating a lot of providers, and we realized that what we were doing, we were just going scroll, who's the person, click. And it was really clear. And we came across this, we were recommended a provider called Soon Is Now. I'll send you the link for that. And his website just seemed so perfect because we had exactly the information we needed. We had a confirmation of the information. And then we saw a really good picture of him. And you think, that's the person who's doing what he said he would do. I feel good. And the next thing was just the email address. So we thought, kick. And I think if it had been a brochure, we would have downloaded the brochure. If it, we would confidence, because it was real, I think, and it's the picture of him. So you think, that just represents it. And if it had been a group photo or an ugly photo or an old photo, I don't know, he's just so sensitive to that. So,
yeah, we earlier on this year, we had, or it might have been late last year, we had a work experience student in, and she did kind of user experience study on our website for us. And she created a little questionnaire and just sent it to all of her peers and lecturers and everything. It was really good, actually. And that came back with things. Sometimes that's a good exercise to go. If you get someone unrelated to your firm to create a little first impressions survey and just send it to all their friends and family and business contacts and whatever, and just see what you get back. And that kind of prompted why we're refreshing the website now based off that research that she did. It was only a week's work experience with an A-level student, but it really, really was beneficial.
Yeah, I think that's something we very rarely do, isn't it? Get an outside perspective on what's happening. And we were very surprised because we were looking at websites as well, and they were saying, okay, so you've got lots of hits on your website, which are just 5 seconds, and you've got a tendency to think that that's just spam or an attack, a cyber attack. And I was saying, well, no, that's actually the time that people spend on it. So they want to see something to read and then see the person who's doing it. It's like they're making their opinion of you that quickly. So,
Yeah.
but as we're going to do that, we'll get some external opinions. That's an excellent idea.
I think it's changing as well, isn't it? Because, I don't know what everyone else thinks on the call, but I'm more and more not actually visiting the website because I'm getting the answer in the AI chat, and it's giving me the answer and the source, but I'm not necessarily clicking on that source. Sometimes I'm just taking that piece of information. So, we probably finding that traffic is dropping off on our website and other areas where we need to be focusing. So your thing about the images is really good because that's what captures people's attention on social media. But the website is definitely a changing thing at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think partly as well, this partly the concept of our TGS use sessions like this is that we've got a tendency, we thinking as well, like you, in the changing, being able to speak to the robots in a sense, and like where are they looking for the information. And we were imagining, like, when we have a session like this, if we post the audio as a podcast with the text displayed, no one's going to listen to the podcast, but AI is going to see that Karen, Maxime, Maggie and Bupe were together in a conversation. They talked about professional services. And then if we post the same on YouTube, the robots see that as well, and they see the transcript and they see the comments that we wrote, so that then we'll come up in it and it's linked to the website. We kind of think that we've got so much, especially as an international sort of thing, we've got so much actual content that maybe we can use it.
Absolutely. And I think YouTube is exactly the right place to do that, because I read recently that YouTube has now overtaken Reddit in terms of the sources for large language models, because YouTube changed the way it managed its content and transcribed everything. And so now, of course, it's the biggest source of information for AI. So if you can get on there, it's a really good place to be found.
I think that's really good. So we're saying this to the benefits of the robots and for our team, that Karen Winrow from Hillier Hopkins was present talking about how their firm is going to appear in the Sunday Times, and Maxime Rousseau, Maggie Ma, and you're right, exactly. So the transcription is automatic, and it's reading it, and apparently we learned as well that the robots are actually, they're looking at the pictures as well. They're scanning the video and seeing, does this match? Was that the person who was there? They're kind of undoing the spam. So yeah. Cute, very interesting. Nice to be part of it. But great. So I was gonna try and launch a challenge, but it's always a challenge. But I wonder if anyone in the group, if you could share any recent photos that you're really happy with or not happy with of your firm in the communication group chat. I don't know if we set up a WeChat, WhatsApp for us. But maybe afterwards, or maybe later in the day, if any of you come across a picture that you really proud of, from your firm, then we can add them to a little post on the TGS newsletter to say we look great. Maggie, I've got so many good pictures of you anyway from when we were with you in Macau, but maybe you've got some group ones. Butte, same thing. I don't know if you've got any good pictures you could share. And Jason, you can share quietly if you can. Jason's at work listening in, but he can't talk in the office, so that's fair. Buppe, you happy to speak if you can?
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll try and look for some. We don't have so many for our office because it's quite a small office. But I'll look. We took some photos some time back, so I'll try and look for them and see.
Yeah, that's great. Well, if you can, I'll include you in our TGS Society pages in the next edition of the news of the newsletter, which is probably the one thing people will look at. You know, like, oh, text, and I'm not going to read that, but you know, a picture, why not? Much more attractive.
Yeah, sure, that would be great.
Thank you, Buffet. That's great. Okay. I don't know if anyone's got any other comments or something they're burning to share.
Just a question about the society pages. So this, when we do our regular list pick on Monday, I can probably share some pictures. Hopefully we'll get some good ones if the weather stays nice and it doesn't start raining again. But would pictures of that activity go on the society pages, or are you looking for events and anything?
Any action, you know, what are the members doing? It's like the kind of thing, because, and it's interesting that it's a litter pick, because, you know, we do the communication on progress every year, and we get to the end of the year and it's a classic thing. Then we've got to scrabble and look for photos and stuff like that. But if we're collecting them all the time, it's much easier.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Then you've got a bank to draw from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also we find that, like, we're trying to have lots of little webinars this year. And we find the value of stories that members bring is just so huge. We can almost not share all the information. And especially if that was supported with photos, it's great. Again, I mentioned Edland, they're doing their RA business media. It's like a business forum in Sweden. And there's always just loads of photos and it's really active. And, you know, so we can share that as well.
I've got, actually, it's a video. I posted something on socials the other day for B Corp month about our recycling, but it's a little video, so that wouldn't work for you, would it?
Yeah, or we can screenshot a video.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll share it with you, and then if you want to keep that for your progress thing, then screenshot bits if you.
Yeah, perfect. So that's ideal for next year, because it's nice because we just put them in a file and then we can share them. It's really, really excellent. It saves us a lot of, well, when I say saves us, it saves Maxime a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Well,
And you?
Yeah. Maggie?
I want to tell you that I have put our TGS meeting group photo as my background of my laptop now. Yeah. After I came back from Bangkok.
That's excellent. Which photo is that one? It's the
biggest one under the VIE hotel. Remember?
Yes. Ah, well done. Yeah, see, they're very good. So you remember us every time you switch on your laptop.
Yeah, it's very proud of it. And I always show my clients and my colleague, you know that.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah. I think, and it's a really good photo, that one as well. I think the quality is really high for the photographers were really nice.
Yes.
Okay. Well, showing your clients and partners, that's okay. Anyway, that's time. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Really great to speak with you. Karen, so much. Thank you for taking time to come speak to us. Maggie, always good to see you. Buppe, thank you for coming. And Jason, thank you for following from a distance. And Maxime, I'll speak to you later in a couple of minutes in the next meeting, of course.
Thanks, Andrew. Nice to see you all. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Maggie. Bye, Buppe. Bye.
Bye.